Good afternoon. How are you today? Hope you're doing well. A colleague of mine in the US came to visit for a few weeks, and she said she was having some trouble with her accounting in terms of at month end she gets frustrated and there's just so much to do and everything like that. So I took a little bit of time and I showed her how the system that I use works, and she thought it was kind of neat. And when she went home, she asked if I'd make a quick video just showing briefly what it is that I do here so that she could take a look at it and see if it'll work for her business. And so I am. So what we're going to do today is we're going to show you just very quickly how I've learned to do my accounting for my small company, my one-man Soho IMS Intermarket Solutions. It's actually very interesting, quite simple. One of the things that I learned from my customer when I was working at my former employer, and I told him I was leaving to branch off on my own, he said to me, one thing, Cam, one thing you always need to do, and this is the key to releasing so much stress from your month-end or weekend accounting. He said to me, at the end of every single day, take your receipts that you've collected, whether they're for mundane things like miscellaneous expenses, or restaurant bills, or new machinery, or paper for your whatever, or purchases and everything. And every single day, no matter how late it is, always record them. And so that's what I do. I always record them. And I found that has made a huge difference in the stress levels with the recording and paying of taxes and everything like that at the month end. Now the thing is, you have to give this stuff to an accountant, right? So I do two things. In Japan here, until just recently, you've had to write everything into a ledger. That's the law. They changed it recently so that you can submit to the tax department, if they decide to do an audit, data. So that's what I do. I use Microsoft Money, and I've been using until now 1999 version, and it's worked out great. I have set up several different things on my computer, different accounts, accounts payable, invoices due, miscellaneous money, expenses, travel expenses, utilities, all that kind of stuff, and I input it all into the computer every single day. That way I can easily print out a monthly statement that shows how much money came in and how much money went out, and then I can see whether I'm making money, losing money, or not, and I can make some adjustments from there. I can see how well my plan has been going. The other thing it helps is at the end of the month or at the end of the year, it's all there. It's all been recorded every single day. I print out a detailed analysis of it and I give it to my accountant who does my taxes for me. And he appreciates that to no end. He really does. Now we have another thing to take care of. All of these little nasty receipts. Well, something that I do, which I learned when I was working in the Japanese company, actually I figured this out on my own, was when I come home, I take these receipts right here. This is a receipt for the expressway and the tollway. So I write down here, tollway, and then I also write down why I went, where I went, and then I have a little record of it. Now, I think the majority of small business owners like to take their data receipts and just toss them in a big cookie jar. But that's a no-no, because at the end of the month, or at the end of 3 months or whenever, because you never get around to it, you never get back to it. If you say you can do it every week, you don't do it. Trust me, it doesn't work. You have a pile of receipts in here that then you have to start going through. And guaranteed, as my friend in Denmark said, you will not remember why you took the expressway 2.5 months ago on Tuesday at 3:50 in the afternoon. You won't remember. So the trick is, don't use this. Don't use this. It's just a mumbo jumbo hodgepodge of stuff that you'll never appreciate, you'll stress over, and your accountant will go nuts. Here's my cookie jar. Thanks, onegaishimasu. No, believe me. You can make their life a lot easier, which in turn will make your life a lot easier if you follow this simple trick. Here's what I do, and I learned this through the Japanese company that I worked for, and I think this is brilliant. I have in my drawer here a bunch of folders, as you can see. All right, This one is, for example, food expenses, other things like that. This one is miscellaneous. Here's another one which is utilities, and I just write out the major ones. Okay. In the beginning I had a lot more of these, but my accountant said shrink them down, you can make less categories. So I did. And these categories all, this is travel expenses, which includes all postage and everything like that. This really helps to have everything. Okay. And then what you do is, inside these folders, we've got different pages, as you can see here. And each page I have a set of receipts which I have glued to the page, one under the other, like this. So you can see exactly what's there, and it goes in order. And when this page is done, you just get another page. And you can even split these up. For example, these are miscellaneous. This is, for example, my packing costs. Here's another one. This is the accounting. This is how much. These are the receipts and invoices for when I pay my accountant. So that's right there as well. And because what I have done is I have input these into the computer, boom, as soon as I finish inputting, I glue them into the book here. So I've got all these different books right here to record all of this. And it's amazing because at the end of the period when you're doing your accounting, you print out the details. And if there's something that you don't know about on that written area there in your computer, you can go back to the pages here, pull it out, look through by order of date, and find exactly what's there and what it was from, in case your accountant asks you, what's this number?